But time now to put the spotlight on Mazagon Dock because they too reported their numbers. And let's welcome on board Mr. Sanjeev Singhal, the CMD at Mazagon Dock Shipyards, to talk to us about the way forward as well. Hi, Mr. Singhal. Good to be speaking with you. Well, this quarter, there is a bit of an improvement when it comes to the earnings overall. The EBITDA margins have been a bit more wobbly. What's the outlook on margins going forward? Is there a shift in mix which is causing the margin volatility? What's the expectation for way forward?
As far as FY25 is concerned, we consider that the margins are likely to be in the similar range. Whatever provisions were there, we have broadly catered for all the provisions, and rather we are expecting at least one of the LDs on the submarines to receive back. So in case that happens, that also would be having a positive impact on the margins. How the timelines with respect to such refund are difficult to assign.
And what about the jump in revenues? What is the targeted growth rate now going to be, and can we expect a range of 20 to 25% going forward?
Moving forward, I would stick to my earlier projection of 12 to 15% over FY24. Let us see, in case we can improve upon it, it's always good.
Skepticism, sir, if I can ask you, because if I'm looking at the revenue of second quarter, it's around 2,800 crores, which is a 51% jump versus what you did last quarter. Then are you expecting a bit of a slowdown in in Q3, Q4, which believes that the overall year growth is going to be limited to 12 to 15%?
No, I've been maintaining this as far as the industry is concerned, where it would not be appropriate to compare on a quarter-to-quarter basis. And rather, even on a yearly basis, it always depends upon the product mix. As far as MDL is concerned, right now, we intend to close two of our projects by December this year. That is the P75, which is 6 submarines. We have already delivered 5 submarines, and the 6th one we are targeting to deliver by December. Similarly, for Project 15 Bravo, which comprises of 4 destroyers, we have already delivered 3. And the last destroyer, again, we are targeting for delivery by December this year. So going ahead, we will be primarily focusing on our last major project, that is Project 17 Alpha, which is comprising of 4 number of frigates. And first of the frigates, we are targeting for delivery by December this year. So when the product mix would be changing, we would be more focusing on the smaller boats, smaller ships of Coast Guard and exports. And in addition, the offshore projects which we had started taking last year, in the last quarter of last financial year. Plus, we have received 2 more projects this year. So the focus would be moving from the larger projects of shipbuilding to smaller ships as well as offshore projects.
So what would that lead your total order book size to, say, close of fiscal and given the visibility for the next fiscal as well?
Right now, we are at around 38,000 crores order book, and 2 major projects we are eyeing. One is the follow-on projects or the additional submarines, 3 number Scorpion submarines, which definitely is at an advanced stage, and we expect the order, it can happen anytime. Based on the governmental clearances from Ministry of Defense as well as Indian Navy. And second one is the 6 number submarines P7 under project P75 India, P75I, which is AIP fitted. So here also, as far as the field evaluation trials are concerned, we are participating in collaboration with TKMS Germany. All the field evaluation trials of MDL and German collaboration, they have been successful. And this also would be progressing. So I am not sure, but as I am optimistic, this also is a possibility next financial year. So these 2 are large value orders. Apart from this, we have also participated in next generation corvettes orders, which is 8 numbers to be divided onto 2 players. The first one getting 5 and the second one getting 3. So depending upon the results of this bid which we have submitted, this also would be a possibility. Apart from these, some smaller orders.
Good to know. And so what's the outlook when it comes to your non-defense business? Will you scale this up in the near future?
Non-defense as a ratio, definitely it would be inching up. But at the same time, our core strength remains defense. So I don't see a very large proportion being allocated to non-defense. Although, yes, the numbers would be improving. We have been in the range of 98%, 99% defense portfolio. And practically non-defense was non-existent. So I expect moving forward, 15 to 20% can be exports and non-defense, including offshore.
Okay, fair enough. And just also wanted to understand from you what the outlook is when it comes to the level of current level of indigenization that you have achieved, how you're looking to increase it going forward, given all of the steps as well that have been taken by the government in this vein.
Yeah, as far as the shipbuilding is concerned, we are operating at around 75% of indigenization level. Moving ahead, I don't see too much of a further progress in this because the equipments which are currently being imported, they are typical and in very low volumes. So maybe we may target around 80% or 82% of indigenization in the shipbuilding sector. As far as submarines is concerned, submarines, we have achieved the indigenization content of around 30 to 33%. And we are targeting to, for the next 3 additional submarines, as well as for Project 75I, we are looking at indigenization up to 60-65%.
Okay, so 60-65% indigenization
Yeah.
there. So what's your own expectation as to what the Trump presidency could mean for global defense orders? Is there any sort of tie-up that has been done with the US government? Are you looking at perhaps certain talks, Mr. Singhal? Any clarity?
We have a agreement with respect to, which is called MSRA, Master Ship Repair Agreement, with the US Navy, whereby they can send their ships to Mazagon Dock Shipbuilders Limited for repairs during voyage if any repairs are required. Under this MSRA, since last 1.5 years, we have not received any of the ships. We are keeping our fingers crossed. A bit early to say or comment anything, but as the things roll out, we are positive about it. Some developments should happen.
All right, appreciate your time. Thank you for joining in. That's the word coming in from the management of Mazagon Dock, talking about a 12 to 15%.
Thank you very much.
Revenue growth and how they are looking at some major submarine projects, 2 in particular, and the focus continues to remain on defense as a business, and they are looking at 80% indigenization in shipbuilding. That's the stock price at about 4,100 levels.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.